I'm about to pull up like jumpers. Only think about them commas. 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 Only thing we got in common. I'm about to pull up like jumpers.
We are here at the Gentleman's Brunch post Men's Fashion Week. Stay tuned for more exciting stuff for Men's Fashion Week. Virginia.
Independent Mary Kay beauty consultant. A lot of people know us for our phenomenal skincare system and cosmetics, #1 in the United States. However, we do sell men's skincare as well as men's cologne. And right now, for special, we have our hair and body wash with our intensity set. We have the ocean, the sport, and the regular intensity, and then the hair and body washes to go with it. This is our men's care line. It's daily facial wash. We also have a foaming shaving foam, and we also have the hydrator with SPF in it for your skin, and shaving gel, as well as a fine line eye treatment. So like I said, we're looking at some great items.
How you doing? I'm Anthony Batten, Mr. Hand Tailor, here with our hand tailor accessories. What we do here is we have ties, bow ties, we have pocket squares, we have 3-piece tie sets, 4-piece tie sets, and we also have our lapel pins. As you can see over there, we have our off-the-rack jackets. We can also custom tailor them to fit our members or our customers. And then also we have what we call our premium or our silver packages of custom suiting. So right now, I'm wearing one of our silver packages with custom suiting. And as you can see when I open this up, you can see that we have the lining on the inside, the name and initials on the inside. See initials on the cufflinks, on the cuffs. And we can offer those different types of details, or we can offer our premium lining where it's not the same thing. You create all the details, all the stitching, everything detailed one-of-one to fit you. That's what we do here at Hand Tailor.
And so how can they find you?
Alright, so you can find me on Facebook at Hand Tailor LLC, or you can find me on Instagram, which is hand_tailor, or you can email me at hand-tailor@yahoo.com. And I answer all emails, all Facebook messages, IG messages. I answer them daily.
Okay. So tell me, how long have you been doing this?
So for myself personally, I've been doing this for about 3 to 5 years, kind of on and off with it. And then as far as bringing it to the customer base and having that demand, I've been doing this for a little bit over a year.
Okay, so how'd you get started?
So I actually got started, like I said, doing custom designing for myself.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it so much to where I, call suit day. It's kind of like Christmas for me, to where you get that brand new suit. It's kind of, you get that custom design and fits, and it's all of your details, and it actually comes to a full fruition to where something you can actually wear from an idea concept. And then I wanted to bring that to other people at an affordable price.
Okay. Awesome.
My name is Carla Jameson, Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant. consultant, and I'm with Tammy Pinkston, the Unstoppable with the Tammy Pinkston.
If you ain't the problem, I got the herb for you.
Okay.
Take it to you, turn and turn again.
This gonna show, the mark's gonna show up. Dr. Jamal here with Herb Marketing. Just want to say hi to all those people out there, let you know that we have a natural remedy for every ailment. That's right, a natural remedy for every ailment. If you name the problem, I have the herb. Just a little basic background about herbs. Herbs are medicine. Natural medicine, the first medicine. Before that was a Rite Aid, before that was a Farm Oil, Walgreens, there was herbs. We went to the earth. So what I've done here is bring the earth back to us. So anything, you have any problem ranging from arthritis all the way to woman power, to detox, to herbal calm, manpower, liver problems, weight loss, you name it, there is a herb, there's a herbal formula that I put together for it, and we can take care of it. We are located at 956 East Little Creek Road in Norfolk, Virginia, and my phone number is 757-625-4372. Call me in the hours at 10 to 6 every day. For phone consultation, I do ship, you name the problem.
Well, this is Tammy Pinkston with the Pinkston Report, and you were here with Luke Min. How are you doing?
I'm doing outstanding. How are you doing?
I'm great. So we're here today for the Gentleman's Brunch. Tell me about that.
So the Gentleman's Brunch is a legacy project that a partner of mine, Eric and Sonia, have worked on. We wanted to bring a networking opportunity for young men here in the Hampton Roads area, and also showcase fashion. That's one of the things that I've loved. I've been a part of for the last 3 years. So this Gentleman's Brunch is closing out Men's Fashion Week, which took place all week. And just an opportunity for the guys within that to network and come together and close it out, hopefully in a very nice way.
So what does Men's Fashion Week mean to you, a male model in the area?
So for me, it's an outstanding opportunity. With any fashion show, you usually have a lot of women and a lot of designers focus on women, which is okay. Women are mostly into fashion. But this particular show was all about the guys. New York does their own Men's Fashion Week. So to be able to bring it down here in Hampton Roads is an outstanding opportunity for any male model in this area.
So what advice would you give to up-and-coming male models in this area?
The biggest thing out there is to get yourself out there, get your nice portfolio. Everything pretty much is digital right now. You should be working on, your stage presence, your runway presence, and also being comfortable in front of the camera. If you really want to do this, network with the right people. The one thing about this area, it's a very close-knit area. So if you know one model and you network with that individual, it's very close. We all support each other in every way.
So how long have you been modeling?
I've been modeling since 2014. I started out with the calendar project with Jay, the Heartbeat Gala, not the Heartbeat Gala, the Beauty and Strength calendar project, and I've just kind of been going since then.
So what do you like about modeling?
For me, I like clothes. So the opportunity to wear, new clothes all the time, walk the runway. I love the presence, and I love the pictures. I love the presence. So, and also just meeting and the camaraderie that I've had with other models. I love it.
Okay. So besides modeling, what else do you do?
So, I also do events. This is one of my events I put on the Gentleman's Brunch. I also do planning, and I'm also full-time military, so I do military as well. I'm working on my MBA as well.
So how do you balance all that? Like, where do you get the time from?
It's difficult. The one thing I've been told is you make time for what you want to do. So with anything that I do, I make time for it. And on top of that, I'm a husband and a father. So being able to do all those things is definitely a balancing act. Sometimes some things don't get the type of attention I would like it to have. But at the end of the day, I'm chasing my passion, so I make time for it.
So what do you think has made you so successful?
Consistency. Consistency is the biggest thing. Whenever I'm a part of something, I just try to be consistent with it. And if you're consistent, people see that you're doing it, they'll recognize that consistency, and they want to be a part of it as well.
Okay. So tell everybody how they can contact you and how they can follow you and follow the movement you have going.
Dapper Luke, DAPPERLUQ on all my social media. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, but Dapper Luke all over the place, and also the Gentleman's Brunch on Instagram as well.
All right, thank you so much. You guys are watching the Pinkston Report, and we'll be back with more from the Gentleman's Brunch.
Hi, this is Dr. Jamal. I'm with Herbal Market from Norfolk, Virginia. Thank you for watching the Pinkston Report.
Hi, this is Tammy Pinkston, and we're here with the Pinkston Report, and I'm here with Mario from Reckless. I'm so excited because Reckless is one of my favorite lines.
Thank you.
Yes, I love your. I'm always excited to see your line go on the runway. Always. I know it's going to be some handsome, sexy gentlemen and some fly clothes.
Well, thanks.
Because I cannot stand to see men in baggy jeans. I cannot stand to see men in these jogging pants. I hate men in jogging pants. I hate men in skinny jeans, and I hate men in baggy jeans. Like, I want to see my man looking good. Like, have me seduce me without even touching me. Like, I need that. I need the swag. I need the dapper. I need that.
We're trying to change the culture a little bit.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. That's why I'm so excited about Men's Fashion Week, because you're opening men to other options, young men to other options.
And that was definitely what we wanted to do. You know, we want to definitely get them options from all the way from jeans, blazers, all the way up to suits, custom suits at that.
Yes. So I'm really excited about this because somewhere in my mind, when the urban culture, fashion changes, the music will change back to that old school feel, that lyrical music that I can understand,
right.
I can recite, I can party with you.
Absolutely.
I don't gotta slow motion and figure, like, I don't gotta Google the words to figure out what you're saying, okay? So I love music. I'm a music fan as well, and I know you manage Rebel J, and I love his music. I'm a music fan as well.
Great.
So tell me about how Reckless got started.
Well, Reckless was actually an accident. I don't want to call it an accident, but it truly was, because I had no intentions on becoming a designer. Just that I had a brain aneurysm, and it took me out. You know, I couldn't work anymore, so just picked up the pad and started sketching and drawing again. And just self-taught myself how to work through screen printing, self-taught graphic artist. I got the machine really to print my own clothing line, and I actually ended up doing shirts for other people too. So I do shirts for various organizations as well. And so it kind of went from there. You know, I've just been teaching myself the whole while. It's been a learning process for me.
Right, and I love your shirt. And this is something what I think that makes Reckless stand out, is the detail that you put into your shirts and the designs. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it really stands out on the runway.
This is actually what I've been known for. It's one of my niches is rhyme studs. So several years ago I did jean jackets studded out in the back with the flag with my logo in it, and you know, that right there, I'm real known for that.
It's hot.
But you know, I'm taking Reckless in a new direction. Want to keep it classic, because originally it started out as a skateboard line. It was going to be an upscale skateboard line, and then in the process has just been changing since I've been doing it. And right now it's really just a classic line for young men. You guys
find the men for your show. Do you pick your models yourself? Because you picked some awesome men.
A few of them I picked, but for the most part we had a big model call in Virginia Beach at the Central Library. We had another one in DC, and my partner, he's Ron Cook. He's the one that really was in charge of picking the models. There was a few that I contacted that I wanted to come out, and but yeah, for the most part he did the picking of the models.
Okay, but is there a specific type of model you're looking for when you are looking for someone who can represent Reckless?
I look for, and it seemed like this become part of my brand, I look for the more athletic, muscular guys.
Right.
Those usually guys that, you know, rep the brand real well. You know, so yeah, that's what I really look for. But you know, I like that. I still like that skater look too.
Right.
That's a part of the original brand. So I have, you know, either one.
Okay, so we just witnessed historic Men's Fashion Week, the first annual Men's Fashion Week. This is the first thing that's ever came like this in Virginia. So how does it feel to create something that has actually created history? It's a historic event.
I'm still on cloud nine. Let me tell you, we shut the city down, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it was a huge success. To see the write-ups and the blogs, everything has been so positive. I mean, I was just overwhelmed.
Right.
Honestly.
And I'm someone who's been to, I literally go to hundreds of shows a year in states after state after state. So I've seen a lot of shows. And I have to say that I was most excited about Men's Fashion Week. One, because it's here in Virginia, and I love Virginia. I represent Virginia everywhere I go. And we have so much talent here. And that was a display of some of the talent that we have here. So I'm always happy to be a part of exposing the talent we have here in Virginia. And then to have such a historic event, and be a part of it as media, I'm just so honored to be a part of Men's Fashion
Glad
Week.
to have you. One of my happiest moments, because when I started this, a lot of my designer friends, they all had their shows or whatever, and to honestly put this together with one of the most talented people in the industry,
Right.
Cook, couldn't ask for a better partner. I mean, he orchestrated getting the designers this part, the whole entire show. I mean, the bicycle scene, if you wasn't there, you
Yes.
missed it, you missed something awesome. I mean,
Yes, and you guys get to see a little bit of the show, but if y'all want to see the show, buy tickets. I'm not giving y'all the whole show. Buy some tickets. Support them, because, you know what I'm saying, you guys had, it looked like maybe 100 people or more
Yeah.
that was in that space. So what do you think made you guys so successful?
I think the planning and promotion of it, and
Right.
just people wanting to see something different. Even if they just came to speculate and really wasn't there for support,
Right.
they was in the building and they were surprised. And I mean, like I said, when that garage door went open, the people stood up on their feet. I couldn't believe it. So I mean, it was a good feeling.
Okay, so what can we expect from next year's Men's Fashion Week?
It's gonna get better. I can't tell you that. It's gonna get
Also,
better.
Rebel J Rose.
Mhm.
So what is that like being a manager?
For me, honestly, because Rose is so talented. I mean, what we do is pretty much, it's not really hard work.
Okay.
You just gotta let a person be who they are, and
Yeah.
not try to force your artist to do something they really don't want to do. I just let him. It's a partnership, so I got to make that clear. It's not just me. He tells me what he wants to do, and that's what we go do.
Let's talk about some social things.
Okay.
Okay. So, how do you feel about our president, Donald Trump? Like,
Well, I can honestly say he's I'm trying to be nice.
right?
Well, honestly, I didn't vote for him. I think he's trying to distort reality.
right.
And I think they just need to tell him like it is. When you're lying, you're lying. I mean, it's like he's running the biggest con ever.
Right.
You know?
I personally feel, I honestly never thought that there would be a president that would directly affect my life.
Right.
But Donald Trump has been that one, the grandparents, so that directly affects my life.
Absolutely.
And then I have a son. My son, within the 8 years that, 4 or 8 if y'all reelect him, that my son could be going to war.
Right. And see, and that's just the thing, with this rhetoric that they be talking, all this back and forth. I mean, speak the truth, because we as American people have to believe what it is that you're saying. If we can't
Right.
believe you, I mean, then what is it worth? I mean, I just don't like a lot of the things that he say out of his mouth. I honestly don't. And I just think it's a con.
I'm still so mind-boggled about how he won. If you offended women before you even got voted into office,
Right.
and women did not vote for you, you've offended African Americans. African Americans did not vote for you. If you offended immigrants, and they did not vote for you.
Better half
Who
American people.
voted for him?
Well, they say the forgotten man. So I mean, honestly, just code word. They forgot the white man, but the white man never been forgotten.
Right.
You know, but
We're trying to live with you. We're not forgotten. We're trying to figure out how to live with you and still survive and actually live a life. You know, not just survive.
But that brings me to this point. I mean, they say you're going to bring these jobs back. Those jobs aren't coming back. They're not. You know, that's over. The only thing you can do is go educate yourself, get trained in a new field, and get yourself a job. You know, to make these ridiculous promises. I'm going to bring this back. You're not going to do it. I mean, the thing you did with Carrier was only a few jobs, and then most of that is probably going to be automated when they
get settled in.
Yeah.
You've been supporter of me and VA Models from day one, so I really appreciate that.
No
And so I've had the pleasure of seeing your line grow. I've had the pleasure of seeing you grow and develop other designers and put other models out there. So how do you feel about the way the industry is set up here in Virginia?
That's a tough question. I think that we don't get enough exposure for sure here. There's a lot of talent here.
Yes.
The mentality of the people here could be a lot better. You know, we got to stop having this crab in a barrel. So we got to support each other. You got to be able to come out. We got to learn how to work together, and that's the one thing that we're not doing. You know, we could, rally behind somebody else that's not even here. But when you got somebody doing something that's right here in your home state,
right,
there's no love.
Right, but that also stems from if when I go to Georgia, and I go to an open mic in Georgia because I'm into music, I'm on the radio. So when I go to an open mic in Georgia to look at new talent and see where the new talent is at, you also can see Ludacris in the audience. Right. You can see other celebrities there supporting those events. We have Missy here. We have Timberland. We have so many people here, but you never see them out in any setting. Right. Social setting. They're not trying to help anybody else. So that mentality is going from the top all the way down to the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, true. And I don't know if it's because of the struggle that they went through where they had to leave. Because if you notice, every one of those, they had to leave and make it. Then they made it. Or I haven't seen enough of them come back, but that's how that is. It's unfortunate. It's sad, but it's true. And we got great talent here, but it's no outlet.
Right.
People aren't really working together, but hopefully we'll be able to change that.
I'm hoping we will too, because I think one of the things that's missing and one of the reasons we don't have that outlet is we don't have media. Yeah. We don't have advertisement. We don't spend, as business owners in Virginia, we don't spend any money on advertising, and we don't spend any money on with publicists and bloggers, and we don't spend those type of dollars are not spent at all. And people don't understand. I love Facebook. I really, really do. It's a great tool for a business owner, but it's not the only tool you should use to advertise and promote your event. You still have to network with people. Absolutely. You still have to get out and support other people so they will support you. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. Even though sometimes I don't always work, because like I said, I've been to hundreds of shows, and half of the people that shows I go to, they don't support me or do anything at all. So, but
I found that out too. No,
that's
honestly,
your loss.
I found that out. I've done a lot of mini shows up and down through here, and I was expecting to see some of those people that I work with, but it didn't happen. But it's all good though.
Right. So doesn't make you angry. It makes me. I don't feel angry. What that does for me is it motivates me to do better and be better, because at some point you're gonna have to come through Tammy. Yeah. And when I get the media and the TV stuff on lock in this area, at some point you got to come back around.
Absolutely. I was in my feelings.
Right.
I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, because if anybody who knows me, you ask me to do something, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
But and if I don't get that same support, it's a problem. But I mean, I ain't mad about it. That's what it is. Well,
I appreciate it, because you came to my show, you turned out, you had a great line, you know what I'm saying? We sold some t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? You made some people very happy. Right.
I'm a lot of people don't understand that, but you know, this is not a hobby. This is a
Business, right,
you
right.
know, and a lot of people need to get in that mindset. At the end of the day, we all have businesses that we're trying to build and create, and we cannot continue to do, you know, stuff for free. You know, also, some people who does shows, they want you to pay, and when you're established and you got a well-known brand,
Right, you shouldn't be paying.
You shouldn't be
Like,
paying.
right? You know, that's this way. That's the same way I feel. Like if you're coming on my show, and you got on my show for free, then best believe you have a fan base.
Right.
Because if you don't, it costs to be on my show.
Absolutely.
Because I have a fan base. I built my fan base from zero, literally by networking and traveling, and you know what I'm saying. I paid the costs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying.
Put the work in. And
Right.
That's what people, you know, they don't understand with a lot of these designers. They put in work.
Yeah.
You know, the grind work is real, you know.
Yes.
It's not like, you know, they just woke up one day and say, damn, here I go. No, it's a level, it's a process.
Right.
Even for me getting where I am now, I mean, it was constant work.
Right, because you have strangers in your clothes. Like you literally have to pack up all your stuff, hope that you didn't forget nothing,
Right.
go to another state or a location, get everything. Yeah, you have. It's a lot.
It's a lot to it. It's definitely a lot to it. People don't understand the process.
People should definitely respect the grind.
Yeah.
For designers, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of times, you know, you guys out there, you will go to Macy's. You spend $100 on a shirt, right? That looks like this shirt. When you could spend $50 and get this right here.
Absolutely. And let me be clear about something, because, you know, me personally, when my stuff is pretty much already in stores, because a t-shirt is a t-shirt, but my quality of the items that I get are already in stores. I just got a different name on this.
Okay, yeah, we need to support our local designers, support our local talent, and that's what we're bringing here with the Pinkston Report. We are supporting our local designers, our local models, our authors. We are trying to bring a media here to Virginia, so support the media as well.
That's right, because without the media,
right. Do you know that when I go to New York to do a show, I get a goodie bag full of free stuff, bottles of champagne, a laptop or a tablet to blog from.
Right.
Like when you go to a show here, you barely get a seat.
Yeah.
They really want to seat you.
That's true.
So it's you know what I'm saying, it's a big difference here, and you wonder why people are trying to move to New York, trying to move to these places. You don't have to move. You can make it right here.
Yeah.
You just got to use the tools that are already here and build you a team.
Yeah, we just gotta have more people. It's not a lot of fashionable people here. It's quite a few, but the circle is small.
Very small, right?
I mean, you run into the same people.
It's very
at every
cliquey.
show. Yeah, it's very cliquish. So we just gotta come out and support a lot more.
Yes, definitely come out and support. I'm definitely all for supporting. I will work with anybody until you screw me over. I will work with anybody because I feel like everybody deserves it. One thing that I do notice in this area, and I hate this about this area. Most fashion shows say yes to every model. And I go to a lot of shows in this area, and I look on the runway at these models, and I'm thinking, dear God. They really just let anybody do this shit.
Well, see, that's where the standard. It has to be a standard, and that's not what we're following. And you just need to be truthful. Some people are just better at being a print model than actually a runway model, because if they're not meeting the New York standard, especially if this is something they want to do, then if you're not meeting the standard, then I think you're just doing it as a hobby.
Right.
And you do want your show to look a certain way, and if you don't have your models don't look that way, then your show is not going to look the way it's supposed to.
So the reason why I say that is because for a designer to be in a show, you don't pick. Most times when you go to a show, the models are already picked for you.
I think that right there doesn't really. I've done shows like that, but it doesn't work for me.
Right, because you can't really showcase your line if the models don't have what it takes to pull off your look.
Yeah, because the model has to look right in the clothes.
Right.
And if the clothes aren't looking right, then you're not going to get the best, look of your collection, because if you got somebody in there that's either too short and they're not fitting right in the clothes that's so long, you got to do some tapering. It just doesn't give the clothes a good look.
So if I'm a designer and I'm paying to be in a show and I show up and the models are not what I'm looking for, I need a refund. Because I can't make my money. The whole purpose of me paying to be in your show, so I can make my money back off some of my clothes.
Exactly.
And if I can't do that, I need a refund.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. Or don't do the show.
Right. But see, at the same time, like, as someone in the industry, sometimes you just do things because you love what you do.
Yes, because I do it because I love it.
Right.
My wife tell me all the time, say, why you do so many shows? Because I love doing it.
Right. You love doing it, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you need to get paid to do it, but you can't get paid to do it because you're in an area that doesn't pay you to do it, but you love doing it.
But it's about building. It's about building. This is the groundwork right here. We call it the chitlin circuit because that's really what it is. I mean, I've done shows up and down the East Coast, but it's just the way it is. How you get your brand out there, you get rec. I mean, I've been published in several magazines. I've been in several videos. So, I mean, it's all part of the work, the hustle. You got to.
True.
But at some point, you gotta step back and say, I can't keep doing this. Everybody's doing the show, but nobody's taking what I'm doing seriously.
Right.
Like you said, they picking the models, but they're not even picking good models. They just letting their cousins, their mamas, and whoever else be in the show. And if you looking as a brand to people that represent your brand, they got to be right.
Right. I think a lot of people in this area are hobbies in this industry, and people like me and you, we are. This is not a hobby.
Let me get some quality pictures.
Right.
If I can't even get quality pictures, then what is it worth? I've done it for nothing because I can't use the pictures from the show for promotion because they didn't come out right, or the person that's in the clothes didn't look right in them. I mean, it was a waste.
Plus, we gotta raise the standard. And if you guys are bringing something something like Men's Fashion Week here to Virginia, we have to start raising the standard now.
Yeah, well, we trust me. We knew this going in that we wanted to bring what New York had.
Right.
So we wanted to definitely have that something different that you definitely don't see around here on a regular basis. And I think we pulled it off. Again, it goes back to the standard. We raised it. So that goes for anybody else that's coming behind us doing the show. You gotta step your game up.
Right. I hear that. Fashion Week this year, you really missed out on a great event. I was super excited about it. It was awesome. The runway show was awesome. They had some great designers. There was some fly men out there, ladies. So if for no other reason, next year, come for the men. Right. Now, this is Tammy Pinkston, and you've been watching the Pinkston Report. We have been bringing you coverage from the men's fashion.
Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone.